Hey there, this is Gabriel. I am doing a release event, Swiss draft for Gatecrash. So, that's what I'm doing. First pack has a Mystic Genesis, which is a card I really, really like, but it also commits to Simic. There's a Devour Flesh, which is another card I like a lot. Doesn't commit you to anything except black, so you're still open for Demir or Orzhov. I happen to think Demir and Orzhov are the two best um, guilds, and recent mathematical articles about the format have also agreed with that. I think Simic is the third best after Demir and Orzhov, but it depends on how good a Simic deck you get, really. If you're the only Simic player, you'll have a great deck. If you're one of three, you won't even have a playable deck. Anyways, this is the only real black card. There's a Corpse Blockade and a Mind Rot, so not too tough a pick. Alright, so there's the Orzhov Keyrune, an Aetherized Syndicate Enforcer, double Shadow Slice, and a Basilica Guards. For me, the pick is Basilica Guards or Orzhov Keyrune. I'm just going to go with the Basilica Guards for early defense and extort. Big fan of this card. Still haven't seen much black. There's a Simic Flux Mage, which has gone way, way down. Every time I play it, it goes down a little bit in my estimation. There's an Orzhov Guildgate, which I would normally take, except there's a Smite, which I actually like a lot. Works really good with cards like Basilica Guards. White of Precinct 6 is amazing. There's also an Angelic Edict, and that's actually a tough-ish pick for me. If I go to the Angelic Edict, I could still technically go into white red or something, which I'm not going to do. But um, the white's really, really good. So the question is, which is better? I'm not sure. It might be the Angelic Edict here. Um, the white's really good. It's a really tough choice for me. It might be the white here. I mean, the white can end up being like a 5/5 or something. I'm going to take the Edict though. Stick with the play as much removal as possible plan. Alright, so there's literally no white or black cards that are playable. These two are not playable cards. Psychic Strike's rather good. So is Mind Eye Drake. I don't like the Gargoyle. I'm going to take the Mind Eye Drake. I think it's the best card in the pack. I think this card's garbage. Oh, here's a white. I'm going to take this one for sure. This card's amazing. Especially if you end up with Balustrade Spy, which I hope to get some of. Especially now that I have a Death's Approach also. Primordial should probably not be around this late. I'm not going to take it because it's a double blue card and there's a removal spell that I'd rather have anyways. Primordial's good, but it's a 7-mana creature, so it's only so good it can actually be. Um, Good to see a Basilica cards around this late. Both of these cards are playable, but not what I want to be playing. Same with Mortis Strider. In fact, everything in this pack is playable, and the Massive Rage should probably not be here. Basilica Guard is great, though. Corpse Blockade or Purge the Profane, I'm going to take, or Armored Transport. This is not technically this is not very good in Orzhov. It's better in a combat in Boros. Um, Corpse Blockade's probably not going to end up in the deck because I already have double Basilica Guards. But there's definitely times I would sideboard it in. And there's definitely times I would main deck it too. So Devour Flesh becomes a lot better in a deck with many pieces of removal. I have removal, a white, and 2 Basilica Guards. Not a horrible first pack. 7 playables. I'd like to see one more playable come back around to me. Not sure what, but something. Pretty happy so far. Orzhov Keyrune is nice. Both Shadow Slices came back. Shadow Slice is really good with a lot of evasion, and as you can see, I have 0 evasion. So Keyrune it is. Keyrune's more lifelink, which is good. Midnight Recovery is interesting. I don't really think these other... Well, I'm definitely not playing Coerced Confession. So, probably not playing Midnight Recovery either. I'm just going to hide it. think Beck and Apparition is actually better than Shadow Alley. It's a bad instant speed removal spell. Um, and I've actually questioned whether Razor Tip Whip is playable. I don't think it is, but in the right deck, like say I end up with a bunch of extort but no real attacking and stuff, like a bunch of walls and so forth, I guess it could be playable. Hopefully I don't have to play it. So 8 playable cards out of pack 1 is not too bad. And then we get this. We literally open a pack with no... Well, I guess there's a Dutiful Thrall. Yeah! Alright, so I'm going to take the Prophetic Prism. It's either that or the Court Street Denizen, which doesn't really do what I want to do. Prophetic Prism at least gives me options. How is it possible to have so little Orzhov in 2 packs in a row? I guess I'm going to take this. I'm not going to wheel anything from this pack. I would love it if Nightwatch or Millennial Gargoyle wheeled, because I'll have to take them. There's a Croconura, Hand of Binding, Scar Guildmage. Jeez. I'm going to get wrecked. So, another Devour Flesh is beautiful. There's also a Dimir Keyrune, which I could keep my eye on. If I end up wanting a splash, it's probably blue. Orzhov Charm is sweet. There's also Kingpin's Pet. I'm just going to take the Orzhov Charm. Removal is good. Probably will need creatures at some point. I'll take the Vizkopa Guildmage. Perfect creature. And I got a lot of removal. 2 Devour Flesh, Smite, Death's Approach, Executioner Swing, Orzhov Charm, and Angelic Edict. This is only pack 2. That's what I'm talking about. So I need to focus on creatures, because I don't really have any. There's a Throw Parasite I could definitely run, but Dinrova Horror is close to being a bomb. It can be a bomb at times, and it's definitely what I need. I need creatures. This is a game-winning creature, and it's semi-removal even. So I like it a lot. It's interesting to see a second one. I don't think it's that good. There's a Smog Elemental or a Gutter Skulk or an Undercity Plague. I can't take the Plague. I just don't have the creature base to run it. I'm going to take the Gutter Skulk. Death's Approach, Balustrade Spy, Throw Parasite. They're all pretty close. I'm going to take the Balustrade Spy, I think, because I have a white and a Death's Approach. Normally I would take the Death's Approach, but I have a ton of removal. I need creatures. And Balustrade Spy is a good creature. Alright, this helps splash the Dinrova Horror. It's also a Dutiful Thrall and a Cloudfin Raptor that should not be here. You people are stupid. But I can't take it. Okay, got the Gargoyle back. Might play it. I'll take the Corpse Blockade if I have to run a second Corpse Blockade for some reason. This deck's looking sweet. It needs some way of like killing people, but it's looking pretty sweet. I'm not taking a third Corpse Blockade. I'm not running 2 Shadow Slices or even 1, but it doesn't hurt to have them. That's a card that can do some damage. So I have a feeling with the amount of removal I'm going to be running, Cypher is not going to end up too good versus me. So after pack 2, I'm really liking it. Alright. There is, once again, pretty much nothing. There's a Gift of Orzhov, or a Foundry Champion. I'm going to take the Foundry Champion, and I'm going to hope I can splash for it somehow. I think it's better than Dinrova Horror, but I do have the Dimir Guildgate. You know, sometimes you just got to do stuff like that. There was nothing in that pack. I don't know how it's possible for me to continuously open packs like this, but I do it. Takes skill to be so unlucky. I actually like this card a lot. I think it's fun. I'm not going to take it or anything, but I think it's a good card. I'm going to take my second Orzhov Charm. Okay, Balustrade Spy. another Death's Approach, which I'm not going to take, or an Assemble the Legion. Assemble the Legion's actually interesting. I mean, it's a win card. I could definitely use it to win off of, and I do have a red card to play. Um, I mean, I could use the Balustrade Spy too, but I'm just gonna take the Assemble Legion. See how it works out. Maybe I'll end up in black, white, splash red instead of blue. There's a Prophetic Prism, but there's a Grisly Spectacle. Come on, people. Come on now, people. I'll take the 2/3. I'll take the 2/2, I guess. Maybe Dutiful Thrall is better there, but I kind of feel like I need some power to win off of. Either way, this deck has a lot of power. High Priest or a second Dimir Guildgate. Kind of like the High Priest. Yeah, I'll take the High Priest. I really need a Boros Guildgate at this point. If I want to play those two. I'll take the... I'm not going to be playing this. Take the Urban Evolution. Huh. Definitely an interesting pile. Two red cards that are both really good. Tons of removal. Not too much extort, but we'll see. Might be the Razor Tip Whip deck. Alright, so I have 18 cards here, and I have kind of a tough choice to make. Um, and that choice is whether to splash or not. So part of the problem is I have like no creatures. I have a lot of removal, but that's about it. So the question is, what do I do about that? And I think I have to splash for either red or blue, or possibly both. Problem with splashing for both is I'm not going to put in an island. So if I go like this, I'm going to count that as a creature, and then I could play Capella Aristocrat because it's just better in Gutter Skulk, and I don't really care about the Millennial Gargoyle. So I could go like this, and that's 22, and I could play 18 land. I'd have no islands. I'd have a Dimir Guildgate and a Prophetic Prism for my one blue card. Then I'd have a Prophetic Prism and 2 or 3 mountains for my 2 red cards. Let's see what the lands come out to. So no blue, 2 red, 8 black, 6 white. And that actually ends up being 10 black, 7 white. It's probably fine because I have a lot less white than black. Man, this deck is crap. So this would be 9. Alright, 9 black, 8 white, 2 red, 1 blue, plus a prophetic prism. So it would be 2 blue, 3 red, 10 black, 9 white. Whatever. I'm gonna try it. It's not gonna be. I'll probably lose at least one game to mana problems. But I feel like the splash for Foundry Champion plus Assemble the Legion is stronger than just playing two Millennial Gargoyles or two Gutter Skulks, I would think. Um, and I have enough removal to hopefully draw the game out to where I can get one of my three bombs. I would. These are like the three closest things to a bomb I have. I guess white will also be good late game. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna run. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people with comments about this one because this is iffy. You know, I don't really have the mana fixing for these two, but these two are so good. I mean, but I can always sideboard these out and put into Gutter Skulk versus a fast deck, so it's not like end of worlds or anything. Oh, one more thing I want to point out. I didn't end up getting that much extort. I got two extort cards with the Basilica Guards. I also got two Orzhov Charms, so I got to keep an eye on my life. This Copa Guildmage can also help gain life. And Orzhov Key Rune. So I have four ways of gaining life, but I still got to keep an eye on it because Basilica Guards is the only way I'm likely to consistently gain life at least. Otherwise, I just want to stall and stall and stall until I can take control. That's generally going to be the idea. Hopefully sitting behind like a couple Basilica Guards, just slowly gaining life and not really attacking until I get out Assemble or Foundry Champion or something, or Fat White. The deck has so much removal, it's going to be really tough for people to get through, even down to like High Priest here. Foundry Champion, my High Priest killed Planeswalker. I mean, yeah, a ton of removal. Hopefully it's a pretty good deck. Well, it appears mtgo just crashed. And I thought it was me, so I restarted mtgo. It wasn't me. It was mtgo. Don't know what's going on yet. So I'm going to post this either way because I think it's hilarious how bad of a program mtgo is. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous that like poker programs are substantially better. It's ridiculous that freeware games are more reliable. I mean, World of Warcraft can handle millions of people. We can't handle a few thousand. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I guess this looks like the draft's probably over, but I'm going to pause it for now, and I will post this because I think the draft I did with there was pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and post it either way. So mtgo crashed. It's a piece of shit program, and yeah, I'm going to post this so you guys can see the awesomeness that I drafted, the pure removal deck. And we'll just assume that I would have got fucked by the shuffler anyways. So, no point even running it. I would have gone 1-2, fucked by the shuffler in 5 out of 6 games.